Ladies and gentlemen, we got them. This is what's actually going to happen today. This is the first time I'm actually talking to my YouTube for the first time, and feels like forever. Just about don't know what to say. Anyway, we're going to go rock and roll bowling at the... Is it still the bowling something? Anyway, I put the starting lineup for what it actually is for today. And I just imported the ratings from last year and this year. Denny Hamlin's on pole and Byron's second. McDowell in third. I ain't even watched practice or qualifying at all. So ain't no telling, and they're all bunched up here. I don't even have really an updated Watkins Glen, but we're gonna see what happens. But Denny Hamlin, Denny Hamlin in the next gen car has not even had a single top 10 on a road course. He ran well at Sonoma, but then he ended up hitting the pit wall. Gonna see what happens. I expect absolute disaster. This half race distance. This is what's actually going to happen. So we're just getting a preview of just a little gist of everything of what's going to happen at Watkins Glen in the next couple of hours. I don't suspect that Denny Hamlin's going to be that good in the actual race. I think he just qualified good, but this will be the be-all, and actually will tell you, Lane, this is what's actually going to happen in today's Cup race. All right, this is exactly everything. You're watching Denny Hamlin. He's leading lap 1. He didn't lose the lead to Byron. Actually, nobody wrecked, which is kind of surprising because usually everybody just absolutely dies and does not even make a lap. McDowell, I suspected, would not stay inside the top 5, but there's Byron already going to go take the lead. And that's kind of what I suspect in the race. Yeah, this is exactly, you're watching pinpoint accuracy. Byron on lap 2 is going to take the lead from Denny Hamlin. Hamlin's just been the rocket man on road courses, but he's just not been able to finish there. He has been finishing top 10. And he's actually not been finishing top 10 at all for the next gen. No top 10 finishes in the next gen car for Denny Hamlin. I don't suspect he may finish top 10 today. We'll find out, but there's no statistic to say that Denny Hamlin is actually going to be that competitive in today's race, but we'll see. Michael McDowell, he qualified well, and well, I know it's only lap 2, but we'll see. Oh, AJ Allmendinger! The dinger spun! Joey Logano! Bubba Wallace! Big crash on the back straightaway. Ricky Stenhouse. Well, folks, AJ Allmendinger, don't put your money on him today. AJ Allmendinger got absolutely junked by Kyle Busch. Actually, no, Kyle Busch junked Ty Gibbs. He gets us. He definitely got you, Ty Gibbs. Spun you around. Actually saved it. Well, AJ Allmendinger, folks, that's just not what the dinger needed. He needed to win to be able to punch his ticket into the playoffs, and it's just not going to happen. Playoff implications, folks. AJ Allmendinger, Bubba Wallace on the cut line, folks. This is huge for Suarez, who is only, 33 back? Alex Bowman's going to go to Daytona needing to win a race. But Allmendinger, this was like do or die for him. And Ricky Stenhouse involved in that one. Ty Dillon and Ryan Preece taking up the rear of the field. I should have threw a yellow. I don't know why I didn't throw a yellow. Should I throw a yellow? Yeah, I'll just throw a yellow. I know I'm like a lap late. Corey LaJoy, what happened to you, man? Something went wrong with Corey LaJoy. He's got some sort of issue. May have hit the wall at some point. He's got some damage to the left side. Was that because of the Allmendinger incident? I think it was. Yeah, he just barely clipped Allmendinger. Yep, just barely sideswiped him. So a late yellow going to stack a few things up. There's Stenhouse leaving pit road. I think the leaders got the yellow. Yes, they did. So we'll figure everything out. William Byron, Denny Hamlin, Larson. I think Larson's going to have a good day today. McDowell, Bell's going to have a good one, I believe. And Chase Elliott. Everybody's putting his money on Chase Elliott, thinking that, oh, Chase Elliott's going to have a good chance to win today's race. Wasn't too high on Chase's ability. Oh, what the fuck are you doing? Allmendinger! What the fuck? What was that? AJ Allmendinger just committed murder on Ryan Blaney. I think he was trying to get up there to somebody. What was that? What was that? Just absolutely full scented. He was looking for Kyle Busch, but ended up finding Ryan Blaney. Well, we'll kind of fast forward to the restart. Usually don't throw yellows on the restart. Oh, well, we're green. Did anything happen? Denny Hamlin took the lead back. Didn't even see that. Yeah, dude, I can't believe that this shit's actually happening. Allmendinger's gonna flip his lid. He's gonna get pissed off with Blaney. He's gonna get pissed off with Kyle Busch, pissed off with Ty Gibbs. Which, who doesn't get pissed off with Ty Gibbs? Gibbs is losing a couple positions while Chase Elliott making a early charge in this race. Remember, I'm only doing half the race. I'm not going to sit here and do 80, 90-something laps. Can't believe Denny Hamlin on the restart retook the lead. But Christopher Bell, I think Bell and Larson will have pretty good runs in this race. There's Chase Elliott. Man, he's on a mission, isn't he? Didn't really practice all that well as we can really suspected. My game wants to crash, so I have to kind of exit out and then go right back into it. My game don't like all the changes there. Byron wanting to take the lead back. Decides to stay right in behind. Austin Dillon in the 3-car. And he wasn't all that good in practice, but he's to the inside of the 54. You know, Gibbs does not look like he's got a ton of speed. There's Suarez, who needs to make up a ton of points on Bubba Wallace, which Bubba Wallace is out of the race in 34th. This is going to be huge for him. And I see Kevin Harvick back there. Harvick started like 33rd. He's in the top 20 because of that big accident. Suarez working on Haley. Haley looking to go up in the middle. What the world was that? 3 wide on the front straightaway. That's Austin Cindric right behind him. What a move by Justin Haley. But Suarez trying to outbreak all of them. Todd Gilliland's had a pretty good season in that 38. Trying to push his way forward. This is a battle right here to get inside the top 10. Suarez nearly loses it. Haley trying to get away. Cindric trying to push his way past the 99. But yeah, crazy. Oh, big race for the lead. William Byron in the bus stop. Hamlin trying to swing him out wide. The Hendrick cars look pretty good. And actually, so does Joe Gibbs, really. That's those two teams making up the top 4 spots currently. Michael McDowell back to 5th. Well, Reddick was very vocal at Indy that he's not really been that great. He's not big on Watkins Glen. However, he's just been so fast everywhere he goes at the road courses. When is the race? It's 3:30 Eastern, right? I think it's 3:30 Eastern when the actual race goes on. Byron's going to go back and take the lead once again. I will be very shocked if Denny Hamlin, I sound like a complete Denny Hamlin hater, but be very shocked if Hamlin has a dominant day here at Watkins Glen. Nothing points to him being that good, but here he is, actually staying inside the top 2 in the first 10 laps, basically. Here comes Hamlin's teammate Christopher Bell. Bell worked his way around Larson and McDowell. Now Bell's looking to get into the top 2. It's nothing but Chevys and Toyotas, and then you have McDowell just kind of sitting there. Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott making up the top 8 right behind them. But RCR and Colleague actually showing some muscle with Austin Dillon right behind his teammate Kyle Busch. And then Allmendinger would have had a pretty decent race, but Justin Haley's going to have to pick up the pieces. McDowell looking to race with Kyle Larson. Larson's going to have to make room for McDowell. Here comes McDowell to take over 4th place. A little further back, I mean, outside the top 10, Cindric and Suarez. And, well, if Bubba Wallace has a day like it's showing where he wrecks out, Daniel Suarez keeps it on the racetrack. This is big for Daytona. Todd Gilliland racing with Eric Jones. Didn't Eric Jones qualify poorly? Where did Eric Jones start? Didn't he start in the back? He started 31st, and he's in 13th. Hell of a drive. He's already made up like 20 spots. 18 to be exact, but Ross Chastain, you know, he was the road course ringer of last season. You know, he did really well on the road courses last year, but he's actually been on a huge slump as of late. Racing in 15th position. Kevin Harvick just behind with Brad Keselowski. Keselowski and Harvick having to race as if they're in a points position battle. If there's 2 new winners. Ty Gibbs is just continuing to drop like a rock. Does not have a ton of speed. Almirola's going to make a move on him. That's pretty bad. Chris Buescher back here. That's not normal for Chris Buescher. I wouldn't have suspected that. Andy Lally, Ryan Preece, Mike Rockenfeller, Cole Custer. What the heck happened to Truex? He must have damage from that accident. Logano, we know he smashed in Allmendinger. Ryan Blaney, Stenhouse, LaJoy, his teammate Dillon. Well, we got a 4th of the way through, like only, well, a quarter of the way done of the race. William Byron leading the way. Denny Hamlin's not, you know, looking all that bad, I've got us to say. Doing a whole lot better than I really thought he would. Chase Elliott in the 9. Man, I was a doubter before this stream, but Chase Elliott, he's going to be one to contend with for today, looking for a pass on his teammate Kyle Larson. RCR just behind. Eric Jones further back, looking to make up a position on Daniel Suarez. That's to get into 6th position. Elliott's doing a good job. Reddick looking around the outside of Michael McDowell. That's for 4th. Bell losing touch with Hamlin. Hamlin's still right there with William Byron. Really wish that we would have seen a couple more flips. Allmendinger's wreck was pretty hilarious, but yeah, Larson fighting back against, I about said Elliott Sadler, Chase Elliott. But yeah, William Byron, Denny Hamlin. I was looking at the stats earlier of all the drivers in their previous races. Byron's actually not been that good at Watkins Glen either, but he's had the pace in practice and qualifying. And all signs point to Hendrick Motorsports being pretty good for today's race. And I'm not surprised to see Byron out front. Not surprised to see Christopher Bell inside the top 3. I think he's going to be a top 5 driver in today's race. I think when Reddick was talking about how he was a little worried about how he would run at Watkins Glen, that I thought that maybe Reddick wouldn't be as good in this race. But the projections are showing that he's a top 5 car. McDowell's still showing a top 5 car as well, just like Indianapolis. Kyle Busch looked for a pass on Chase Elliott, tucked right back in. Cindric and Jones closing in on Haley for the top 10 positions. Larson holding off everyone for now. Hamlin just kind of pacing himself just behind William Byron, looking for any way to take the lead back once again. No stage cautions. Not going to do any of that. They're just sliding the cars around. Bell really loose off the final corner. Oh, man, look at Larson further back. Oh, man. You probably hear my dog in the background. They just bark at nothing. Austin Cindric looking to get inside of the top 10. Can't do anything there. Oh, my God. I had to tell my dog to hush. Just barks at nothing, man. Man, if this race is anything like this, it's gonna be boring, man. There's just no passing, really. Maybe there's a reason why I don't have Watkins Glen on the SCS calendar. Which, speaking of which, if anybody's watching, I need to finish editing Road 1. I've done the race already. Just have to sit down and get everything organized for that. But right now, this one, what's actually going to happen today. Hamlin and Byron dominating, and look at Larson. He's going to be the first to come down pit road. Austin Dillon, Austin Cindric. Looks like Ross Chastain, first of everybody to come down pit road. Poor Martin Truex Jr. in the 19. Didn't look all that good in practice, but unfortunately was involved in an accident. Yeah, man, got to get Road 1 up. Got to try and get Road 1 up. I did this for, I didn't stream it, but I did this for Indy Road Course, and I put it in the Discord. I was like, this is what's going to happen. The top 10, this is how the top 10 is going to finish for today's race. And 6 of the top 10 that I put in the predictions actually finished inside the top 10. So I just wanted to do that again because one thing's for certain, it may not say the whole story, but you get at least half of everything right. Half of the top 10 is going to be correct, and you just got to wonder which of the top 10 is going to be correct. William Byron, Denny Hamlin been the class of the field. Probably going to be the case in stage 1 of the actual race. There's everyone else coming down pit road. I mean, everybody. Truex, who had already pitted, lap down. Have it on 2X because, well, the race got cut in half. This a weekly thing now? No, I don't know. My schedule is just so out of whack. I wouldn't suspect I would do it every week, but you never know. If I feel like it and I have the time, I wouldn't mind doing it. I just like to see what may happen, because it's a little close. It's not exactly pinpoint accurate with everything, but it's close enough to kind of get you an idea of what can happen. I mean, I know it's just NR 2003, but I mean, shoot. Sometimes I would just like to see a visual of what it could be like as far as importing the ratings of the drivers and seeing where they may end up being. I like to do fantasy, so this is kind of my way of getting a general idea of who might be good. And it might be right. I think it's close enough. I think you're seeing basically who's actually going to be pretty good. And I think Byron, Larson, and then Bell and Hamlin, and then even Reddick and McDowell. Include Elliott and Kyle Busch. That's 8 drivers that are that I believe, and it looks like through this, are actually going to be very good today. Pick one of those 8 drivers and you've got a really strong contender. I don't know if anyone else other than those 8, to be honest. Well, Allmendinger, but we've already proven that Allmendinger is going to get junked. Allmendinger is going to get absolutely junked on lap 2. That's just going to be a fact. And if it happens, it may not be lap 2. It may not be lap 1. It could be lap 30. But Allmendinger's getting absolutely junked in today's race, all right? Byron is just fast. I think he's going to be fast all race, too. Coming up on halfway in a few laps. Christopher Bell is just one of those that you wouldn't really suspect to be that good in today's race, but I think he could be a sleeper to contend with. He's closed in on the back of Denny Hamlin. Hamlin has lost touch with Byron. There's just not a whole lot he can do right now. Byron was about 2 seconds faster than Denny Hamlin. Dude, A.J. Allmendinger is getting tore up out there today. Joey Logano is going to be involved in a wreck too, the way it looks like. I wouldn't put my money on Truex either. Bell looking for a way around Hamlin. Hamlin, though, is the embodiment of Ryan Newman in today's world. Ryan Newman used to be the toughest guy to pass. Golly, their tires are just screaming out there. Larson's going to be a top 5 car. Looks like Reddick is too. McDowell, I think, is going to run top 10 all day. Really, really strong car. Really strong driver. Proved that at Indy Road Course. Would not be entirely shocked to see McDowell finish 4th to 8th all day. I think he'll run right there all day. Chase Elliott, I mean, he made a whole lot of progress at the start of the race. But yeah, I mean, this top 8 from Kyle Busch all the way up, I think I'm feel really good about saying that top 8 is going to be really, really good this race. Here comes Bell. Christopher Bell to the inside of Hamlin. Going to try and take second place away. I'm actually very impressed with Tyler Reddick. Did not suspect that Tyler Reddick would be that good in this. But, oh, Bell, he almost spun himself. 3 Toyotas going for second position. Bell trying to fight back. And Bell has got it. Christopher Bell, in a race where I figured would be more so dominated by the Chevys. Toyotas, 3 of them are in the top 4. Reddick trying to keep his nose in there. Hamlin trying to force him out. Hamlin's more of a qualifying guy on these road courses. Can't quite do a whole lot in the race here. Reddick's going to poke his nose out ahead, but Hamlin's got his right there on the left rear corner panel. Draws even on the door. Peeks out ahead, but Reddick back to the inside once again. Has the advantage. Reddick gives him enough room and respect. This is boss, and, well, Hamlin tucks in behind. Bell trying to pull away and trying to close in on William Byron. He was faster than Byron last lap, but only by 1/10 of a second. Larson trying to close in on these Toyotas. His teammate pulling the gap. Has pulled the gap tremendously, about over 3 seconds. And wow, Kyle Busch, who's usually really good on here at Watkins Glen. Here he comes to the inside. Gonna try and make a pass down to the bus stop. Does he have the momentum? He's side by side. Austin Cindric has moved into the top 10 here. Busch pushing his way past of Chase Elliott. Move Kyle Busch up a position. Cindric's in 9th, and Austin Dillon's in 10th. Man, their tires are squealing out there. Just sounds like one of them spinning out every time you cut away. Really impressive with Eric Jones. Eric Jones, who started in 31st, is in 11th position. Closing in on halfway in the race. Oh, and Corey LaJoy, who started in 10th, is on pit road. Daniel Suarez having a top 15 run. Eric Almirola having a pretty decent run. And then Ty Gibbs in the 54. You know, he kind of got spun sideways by Kyle Busch and took out Allmendinger. There's Briscoe, Harvick. Busher actually not having a good day. I really expected Busher to be running a little bit better, but not that good of a day. But Ty Dillon, very good inside the top 20. They would love to see that. Same with Cole Custer. Ross Chastain's got damage. Andy Lally, the fact that he's even in 22nd is stupid. Ryan Preece, Mike Rockenfeller. There's a lot of cars on pit road, I think. Topping off the fuel or something, getting some tires. Byron still yet to pit. Varying strategies. Christopher Bell trying to close in. Running lap times under a 1:12. While Byron, he had to deal with lap traffic, but he ran a 1:13.7. Now Bell's got to deal with the lap traffic going around of Ryan Blaney. Now he's got to work his way around Stenhouse. Can he catch him at the best time? He's kind of stuck behind him at a bad point. Stenhouse was involved in that accident early in the race. Now here comes Bell trying to clear the lap traffic. Now he's got only Brad Keselowski to deal with. Tyler Reddick trying to close in on Bell, but he's so close with Blaney. Tyler Reddick is just fast everywhere on the road courses. This is absolutely what's going to happen, guys. Absolutely. You better write in your notes that William Byron's going to take out and lead a lot of laps. It's going to be Christopher Bell challenging, and Tyler Reddick. Pole sitter Denny Hamlin's going to be racing hard with Kyle Larson. You just mark it in your book and already just expect the unexpected and expect it to happen. McDowell will be in the top 10 today, no question about it. Christopher Bell is actually pretty fast, but just Byron's on a whole nother level. Put every nickel and dime you got on William Byron. I said Ryan Blaney. Oh, shoot. Yeah, William Byron. How many times has this man won this season? I'm going to have to look real quick. Byron has won. How many times? Has he won 4? He's won 4 races, right? Byron's going to win his 5th race. He's going to win his 5th race. Oh, they're wrecking! Blaney! Fucking Blaney, dude. Ryan Blaney. Whatever you do. McDowell. He said, move out of the way, buddy. I think Austin Cindric is going to move his way past. So Cindric gets by Michael McDowell. Cindric's having a way better day than I expected he would. No, he's really good on the road courses, but you know, he's kind of had a really tough year as Austin Cindric. He's just not been that good. But Blaney got back going. Didn't even pit that time. He kept on going anyway. Probably could have threw the yellow, but, you know, NASCAR. Oh! Stenhouse! Oh, shit! Oh, no! Oh, no! Eric Jones! Eric Jones upside down. We got a caution. Oh, man. Eric Jones, he just got into the top 10. He had started 31st. He was looking at the inside of Austin Dillon, and Dillon didn't know to back off and spun Ricky Smashhouse into the wall, and the pavement caught the tire and flipped the 43 car. God dang, man. What a shame. Eric Jones and that team, that Jones boy, they cannot catch a break. They can't catch a break. Oh, my God. Well, I thought he was about to pull up in front of Ryan Preece. Well, this is going to stack the field up once again. I don't know if they pit that they could make it on a one-stop. I have to figure that out. But it's going to bunch the field up with Byron, Bell, Reddick, Hamlin, Larson the top 5. Then Busch, McDowell, Cindric, Dillon, and Haley the top 10. The fact that Elliott has just fell adrift and he's not in the top 10. He had so much pace right at the get-go. Gonna see if they pit here. No, none of them pit. Nobody? Well, there's a few in the very back. Harvick pits, Busher, Custer, Priest, and others further back pit. Nobody else does. We'll figure out here. Is the lights off on the pace car? It looks like it, don't it? Are we about to go back green again? About to see. No. Oh, we are. Wow, what a... Oh, and Hamlin just brake checks Larson. That's comical. But, I mean, everybody just stacks up in the back corner. All right, well, less than 18 laps to go. William Byron has dominated the race. And why was Brad Keselowski in the way? That's realistic. Anyway, Reddick makes do with Brad Keselowski, who's a lap down. Larson gets by Denny Hamlin. Hamlin losing a handful of positions there, actually really just one. But can Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, can they do anything with William Byron? Did everybody get through fine? There's Ross Chastain trying to get by the lap traffic of Corey LaJoie, Josh Bilicki, and Martin Truex Jr. Doesn't look like anybody else got junked right there. Really, we've only got a handful of cars out of the race. And 24 cars are on the lead lap. Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick able to pull the distance, but they are still dealing with Brad Keselowski, who is just being a pain in the ass. And Chase Elliott in the 9, coming down pit road. And it's going to be all on the marbles for Daytona, folks. Not going to win today's race. If you had money on Chase Elliott, go ahead and withdraw it. Don't leave your money on Chase Elliott. Put it on your teammate, William Byron. That's a shame. Got a flat tire or something, I don't know. Chase Elliott, what a poor year it has been. He's went out there and break a leg, and literally he did it. Top 3 breaking away. 2 Toyotas hounding the back of that 24 car. Byron's been a whole lot better. But Christopher Bell, been very good on the road courses as of late. We know how Tyler Reddick is. The 20 and the 45, been absolutely killer. Brad Keselowski is killing the hopes of everyone else behind them. Kyle Busch, very impressive day. He's had a very lackluster season. I mean, he's won a couple races, but whenever he's not winning, it's been kind of poor. New Hampshire was bad. I don't remember Pocono being that good either. Indy Road Course being kind of bad. Even Kyle's been kind of disappointed with his run of results in recent memory. Wow, they just really struggling to get by Brad Keselowski. Kyle's all over the back of Denny Hamlin. How about some of them guys that got tires? Working around lap traffic, Kevin Harvick trying to move his way forward. He's inside the top 15. He started 33rd. Kyle Busch the inside of Denny Hamlin. Larson trying to work his way around Brad. It'll be about 15 laps to go, guys. The 24, 20, and the 45. The best cars right now. But some of the best cars of today, the 5, the 11, the 8, proving to be some really good cars that you're going to have to watch in the real race. I'm just telling you that it's actually going to happen. Blaney's going to get wrecked. Allmendinger's going to get junked. Logano's going to pile in somewhere. And wow, they're coming down pit road. Are the leaders coming? No. It's only Larson, Hamlin, Cindric, and a few others behind them. Oh, wow, Priest almost hit the wall. Austin Dillon, Suarez. Suarez is in a big point battle. This better pay off for them, because Bubba Wallace is out of the race. Wow, Christopher Bell all over William Byron. Byron trying to hold off. I think they're going to have to pit one more time. I think that's exactly why everybody further back decided to short pit. Try and gain as much time as they can. But they're nose to tail. Reddick, Bell, and Byron. Going to see where everybody stacks up. Hamlin leaves pit road just ahead of Cindric, but Larson's crew did a phenomenal job. Got him way out ahead. He's going to come out ahead of some lap traffic. And, well, Ty Gibbs and Todd Gilliland, they're going to be just ahead of Denny Hamlin. Let's see here. Did anyone else pit? Looks like they're going to. Who is going to come out ahead? This is the last pit stop of the day. I believe they can go 15, 16 laps on fuel, at least because of, well, 2X on strategy. But going to see how this all shakes up. That's Truex. Did anyone else stay out? Is the 51... The 51 of Cole Custer is now the new race leader. Cole Custer, folks, is going to lead the race at Watkins Glen today. This is absolute fact. It's going to happen. I am the prophecy, or whatever it is. Priest and Balicki. I think Balicki's a lap down though. Andy Lally. Andy Lally running top 5 because of strategy. But they'll pit here in a lap or two. The fact that Stenhouse, didn't Stenhouse know that was Jones that flipped? Stenhouse did drive about head on to the wall. He's still out there. Oh, and there's Elliott. Elliott in the 9. I think he still stayed out. Not sure what's been going on with Elliott. I ain't been really paying a whole lot of attention. He fell outside the top 10. But exiting pit road was William Byron ahead of Bell. Reddick's team really struggled on pit stops, lost a ton of time. Larson's crew did a good job to get him out ahead, but still behind Brad Keselowski. They ought to park that 6 car, man. Dude, he is the worst lap car right now. Gonna have to see where everybody ends up coming down pit road. It looks like Cole Custer and Andy Lally and all them, they've yet to pit. It's Cole Custer in the lead with Ryan Priest second, Andy Lally third, fourth is Mike Rockenfeller, and fifth is Chase Elliott. Did Chase Elliott have some sort of strategy? Where has he been, folks? He restarted in 11th. There he is on the restart getting a jump, and then the first lap he pits. I thought he had a flat tire. There's no way that Chase Elliott actually can make it on fuel from here, right? A very gutsy call by Chase Elliott and team. Only left side tires. Wow. Okay. If he can make it the whole way from that stop, Chase Elliott, in a must-win situation, you know Byron's probably not going to try to pass him. You wouldn't think so. Maybe he would. Needs them playoff points. You know it's closing in. Christopher Bell still right there. He's got pressure from the back, and he's got the 9 car who is really backing the pace up. He's running almost 113 lap times, and he didn't take 4 tires. And that's why he's right here in position to get the net lead whenever these guys eventually do pit. I'm just impressed right here. Elliott's in 5th, but Rockenfeller, Lally, Priest, and Custer are in the lead. Cole Custer in the lead at Watkins Glen for Rick Ware Racing. Andy Lally. We know they're going to have to pit at some point, but the battle is really here for the win. They won't have to pit anymore unless the 9 can't quite make it, and it's possible the 9 might not be able to make it. Byron's all over the back bumper. He's been fast all day long, but his teammate in a must-win scenario riding right in front of him. The front 4 will have to pit. In what world would it be if those front 4 didn't have to? Just imagine Cole Custer winning for Rick Ware. Ryan Preece, Andy Lally. You know, Custer's not even running full time, so it would be like so dumb if Custer won and couldn't even make the playoffs. Be even better if it was like Ryan Preece just stealing a win at like Watkins Glen or something. Oh, William Byron. He got him. William Byron took the lead down into turn 1 with 10 laps to go. Well, coming up on 10 to go. Byron taking the, well, it will be the net lead from Chase Elliott. He tried, but it wasn't enough. Looks like it's going to be a William Byron kind of day. I got money on William Byron today. I already did my prediction. I thought Larson was going to be the one to contend with. No, he's won the last 2 races. He's probably going to get a lot of stage points and finish up there near the top 5, but doesn't quite look at least in the simulation here, that Larson's going to win. You never know. Larson could be really good or he could absolutely stink, but there it is. Everybody's putting Preece, Rockenfeller. There's Christopher Bell to the inside of Chase Elliott. Man, Elliott's just had a tough year. He's just going to miss the playoffs, man. That sucks. Well, still, it's the Rick Ware cars out front. It's Cole Custer and Andy Lally. Andy Lally. Oh, my God. You don't hear that name very often, but he's in second. Kind of crazy. Custer yet to pit, and he's not going to. He'll run that thing out of gas. Done pretty good in the Xfinity Series. It's Cole Custer on the road courses. So leading the way, and Andy Lally's just going to give it up and come down pit road. Ooh, ooh. William Byron running down the laps. Gonna be 8 to go, I think. Something like that. Closest competition to actually taking the lead will be Christopher Bell. Cole Custer will pit in just a moment. And it'll be between the 24 and the 20. Reddick's got his hands full. Here comes the Larson. This is going to be the race for 5th, which will eventually be the race for 4th. Larson looks like he's got the better car. Hamlin finally dealing with Brad Keselowski. And how about Kyle Busch and Austin Cindric? Cindric in the 2, having a pretty good day, but needs to win to make the playoffs. I wish somebody would, like, absolutely wreck themselves so I can have a reason to throw the caution. Just like NASCAR would. I know NASCAR is like that. Custer pits. Going to give the lead over to William Byron. It'll be Byron, Bell, Elliott, Larson, Reddick. There's a less than 5% chance of rain today at the Watkins Glen, says Bob Procress. Reddick trying to hold off Kyle Larson. There's Chris Buescher, and there it is. Cole Custer, though. What in the world? He looks like he's going to try and challenge for a top 10. This is so dumb. But anyhow, the 51 car is going to line up in 10th. Wow, Cole Custer. Oh, man, the 7's off the pace. Keselowski's off the pace. But not as bad as the 7. Cole Custer, folks, that's a top 10 driver. Kyle Larson battling against Tyler Reddick. Time is ticking away. Driver of the day, if it's not the 24, I don't know who else it could be. Maybe it could be Allmendinger for wrecking as good as he did. Christopher Bell trying to keep the 24 honest. It's keeping it a close battle. Oh, and Elliott, just like I figured, was not going to be able to make it all the way. Going to have to pit. Was kind of hoping for a caution so he could save some fuel. Chase Elliott has come down pit road. Here comes Larson. Larson for third. Kyle Larson takes over third position. Denny Hamlin's been impressing me this race. I figured he would drop like a rock. Has not really had the best finishes on the road courses, but showing here, he can contend inside the top 5. But probably the most surprise of the race to me is that Rick Ware car. How is Cole Custer even inside of the top 10? Oh my god, my dog will not shut up, man. Bailey! Bailey, hush! Quit barking! Here comes Tyler Reddick. Reddick to the inside of Denny Hamlin. Now the outside. Denny Hamlin's going to just run him into the wall. That's just what Denny Hamlin does. Oh, really loose. Kind of gives him the space. It was his own car. That's why he gave him some room. Reddick's got a better car. Everybody's on pit road. It was the 77 of Dylan. There's Elliott. Well, some sort of issue there with Chase Elliott. So, yeah, really bad news for him. Denny Hamlin, though, keeps his foot in it, keeps himself up into another position, keeps himself in 4th. Reddick still looking like he's going to get a top 5 day. Kyle Busch, Austin Center, they're racing hard just behind him. This will come up on 5 laps to go. William Byron, Christopher Bell. Oh, my goodness. Hold on. My dog will not stop barking, man. William Byron has commanded the lead of the race pretty much the entire way. But Christopher Bell still staying right there, so anything can really happen. Long way back to 3rd place, Kyle Larson, who is my prediction of who is actually going to win the race here at Watkins Glen. But we will wait and see. This is 100% fact. Everything you are watching is real, and it's going to actually happen in a couple of hours on TV. So make of that what you will. William Byron dominating, but will it be Christopher Bell who steals it away at the end? Would be very nice if there was like a big accident that, you know, we can throw a yellow for. The 20 car and the 24 car way out ahead gives off the Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon vibes. Was it Jeff Gordon in 2007 that wheel hopped getting into turn 1 and spun and gifted Tony Stewart the win? Or was that vice versa? I feel like I remember the 24 car wrecking itself down into turn 1 and the 20 car going on to win. It's another one of those finishes between the 24 and the 20, which they have a lot of history. Gordon and Stewart at this track where they had a whole lot of beef in 2000. Now it's Byron and Bell. Now Byron's got a lot of traffic to deal with, but I think he's going to catch them at a good time. Bell is right there. Both of them maneuvering around Ricky Stenhouse and Blaney, but man, Blaney really holds up Bell. Bell's going to have to challenge back. McDowell got by Cole Custer for 8th, and Haley did too for 9th. And now Cole Custer for Rick Ware just trying to hold on into 10th. Eric Almirola's in 11th. Then Dylan Suarez and Harvick. Everything you guys are watching is going to be absolutely everything you're going to see in today's race. I guarantee you a William Byron or Christopher Bell victory. I don't know about a Rick Ware top 10. I don't know about a Rick Ware top 10, but if that happens, then you definitely need to like and subscribe and come back for next week's race. God dang it. Bell trying to wound up any kind of run. If he had some DRS, maybe he could get some sort of run on him. If he was driving a Red Bull, he'd be way past that 24 car. Bell closing in, but it just doesn't look it's good enough. Many a times we've watched Martin Truex Jr. and Chase Elliott in recent memory duking it out for the win. But now it's not Truex, it's Bell. It's not Chase Elliott, it's Byron. One of these Hendrick and Gibbs cars are going to win today. But which one is it going to be? Will it be Bell? Will it be Byron? Or will they do a 1979 Daytona 500 moment? Wreck each other out and give Kyle Larson the win. Larson loses third. Here comes Hamlin. Hamlin's into third. Larson trying to get around Ricky Stenhouse and hold off Tyler Reddick. 2 laps to go. Byron's got that much better of a car. Way better of a car than Christopher Bell. Bell's good, but he's just not better than William Byron. He's not able to get that good of a run, and Byron's not going to slip up either. Denny Hamlin pulling the gap on throw. Kyle Busch only almost spun Ricky Stenhouse. That allows, wow, Stenhouse, he looks like he's just brake checking the gate. He done lost 2 positions. He's down to 9th. Kyle Busch went from 7th to 9th in just a flash on the straightaway. Coming to the white flag, William Byron. Looking for a road course victory. Christopher Bell has been good here before. He's looking to try and finally win here at the Glen. White flag presented by Credit One Bank. He's going to have to hit him or something, but he's not going to. That's the only way he's going to get around that 24 car. No lap car. Well, Corey LaJoie is very slow, but he's just way out ahead. Would take a miracle for Bell to get by him. Bell is close, but it doesn't look like it's close enough. But he's giving it all. He's got a good run on William Byron. Here it comes Christopher Bell. Can he do anything on the straightaway entering the bus stop? He's there. Can he give anything to Byron? No, I don't think he can. Man, he should have hit him. He should have absolutely drilled him in the bus stop. Hamlin's in 3rd, Larson 4th, Reddick 5th, but the top 2 being decided in these final 2 corners. It's not going to be an Ambrose and Keselowski finish today, folks. It's going to be Byron holding off the pressure from Christopher Bell. The last corner. Give it to the Hendrick bunch of William Byron. A dominant day. William Byron wins at Watkins Glen. And that's how it's going to finish in the actual race. Oh, shoot. Hamlin, Larson, Reddick, Cindric, McDowell, Haley, Busch, and fucking Cole Custer. What the fuck? That's your top 10. Wow, all right. Well, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the sneak peek of what's actually going to happen. We saw AJ Allmendinger get spun and wreck out. We saw Eric Jones make up 20 positions and flip over. We saw Joey Logano wreck. We saw Ryan Blaney get wrecked. We saw William Byron dominate. Denny Hamlin did well, but not lead a ton like everybody thinks he's going to. Well, that's exactly what's going to happen. Cole Custer, a top 10. That's all I got to say. I'll see you guys later. Shoot, I don't even know how to... Can't even stop my broadcast. Alright, well. I'll see y'all later.